Don't keep me waiting.
Well, that was a fun set. So we're moving on to the second set, and hopefully Jaedong isn't being bothered by that too much. I'm looking at him right now and kind of trying to figure out what might be going through his mind, but he shouldn't let that loss bother him too much. I mean, that was just a mistake. Everyone makes mistakes. Even high-caliber players like Jaedong make a lot of in-game mistakes, and Jaedong certainly makes fewer mistakes than many other pro gamers. But now he's given BaBy an opening. BaBy is thinking to himself right now, I am 1-0 over Jaedong. I may never have a chance like this again to snipe one of the big favorites of this tournament and pretty much every other StarCraft tournament. Here we go. Fighting Spirit is the map. And thankfully for Jaedong, there is no coral on this map, except down at the 8 o'clock position in white is Jaedong, scouting in the right direction. Up at the 10 o'clock position in yellow is BaBy. And actually, I don't think I focused much on BaBy in that last game. It was more, I have to say, it was more Jaedong's failing than BaBy's victory there. Although BaBy defended very, very well, had very good reactions, nice scan timing to get the scout and everything. So BaBy is playing solidly, and the thing is, BaBy saw that build, or a build similar to it, when he faced Hero in that third set. So he was used to defending against that, and I understand Jaedong's mentality on why he did that, why he attacked. But still, he just gave BaBy an opening. BaBy said, well, I remember this from 10 minutes ago, so that is why he was able to defend against it so easily. But still, Jaedong, it was just a little mistake. If he did have that third lurker in, he probably would have been able to break through the front. Maybe not win with it, but he would have gotten a lot more damage done if he had found a way to free the poor lurker from the coral. Lurkers are not used to coral. They are not an aquatic unit, but okay. That would be cool if we had aquatic units in StarCraft, although I probably shouldn't give Blizzard any ideas for the next patches of StarCraft 2. Submarine Zerglings have little periscopes. Okay, Jaedong's going out. Looks like he's going for an econ build this time around. Yes, I could tell Jaedong, just looking at his eyes in that first game, he looked very angry, very fired up, and he does what I do when I typically get fired up in a game. I just do a rush strategy. But Jaedong, he has a bloodthirsty drone out. Went out with that drone. Now he's going to try to intercept the SCV and take down the SCV with the drone, and he might be able to do it. He has that SCV down to yellow, actually. So now Jaedong is trying to regain his dignity, regain some honor, and say, yeah, I am the best StarCraft player, and don't make any mistake about that. Denying the scout with a single drone. So, yes, he's already doing a great job of saying, yes, I am Jaedong, and you should be scared, BaBy. Because BaBy has got to be scared at this point. He got in with one SCV. That drone is going to be able to take out the SCV. I think, yes, takes out the SCV. So bloodthirsty drones in this game. BaBy can't be feeling too good about that. If you lose a mining unit this early in the game, it's pretty awful. Yeah, I've heard the players, when they lose a miner this early in the game, when they're practicing against each other, they'll say, okay, I lost, let's start over. But the three hatchery is coming up for Jaedong, so I think we're going to see some pretty standard 3-hatch muta in this game. Maybe Jaedong finally realizes that, yeah, I could just destroy BaBy with standard play, so why not do some standard muta harass? And, okay, BaBy, he's got to be riding a wave of confidence. But anyways, he's coming down, trying to get another scout, but Jaedong going to try to pick at the SCV a little bit more. Excellent positioning in that drone. Absolutely no way that SCV is going to be able to get by. So I think Jaedong is trying to make BaBy think that he might be going for another rush strategy by denying the scouting information like this. So BaBy might be a little bit paranoid. But BaBy, there are two Overlords in, but BaBy's actually going down with Marines, trying to bypass the Overlord site, I think. So he's coming down with these Marines, and hopefully Jaedong is pumping a lot of Zerglings at this point. He kind of bypassed Zerglings to get out his lair, but I think he's going to pump some Zerglings now just to be safe. But BaBy is coming down the map with Marines. Very unusual play for a Terran player, and it looks like he might be able to wedge himself behind those minerals. If he can come in here, maybe try to wedge himself out, but he takes down 2 drones, just sniping the economy, doing his best to try to snipe the economy, and he kind of loses track of his Marines. Might have been able to snipe one more drone, and he actually bought some time for his SCV to sneak in and get the full scout of the main. So very unorthodox play from BaBy in this game already. This is what I was talking about in the last set, how BaBy, he just doesn't do what you expect him to, and I think that makes him a very big threat against Jaedong. Of course, I don't think he was able to show that in the first game. Like I said, just Jaedong's failing in that first game, but let's see what BaBy can do in this game. Now that he knows he's 1-0 over Jaedong, man, seize the opportunity, man. You might never get a chance like this again. Play your heart out. Okay, Jaedong, he's coming up the map a little bit with the Zerglings just to try to scout if BaBy is going to try to do a Sunken Buster. Engineering Bay coming up for BaBy. Looks like his Engineering Bay timing is going to be okay. Jaedong pumping a lot of Lings, so he might go for kind of an Uber Ling break, which could be absolutely devastating to BaBy if he doesn't have enough medics out in time. Let's see, yeah, even more Zerglings coming up, so Jaedong is going to use his minerals for a nice Zergling break, and BaBy's going to have very quick reactions as soon as Jaedong tries to break. Here comes Jaedong. He has his Zerglings are all speed upgraded. He has even more Zerglings coming up the map. So yeah, this is going to be a pretty heavy attack from him. Heavy Ling build. And BaBy is moving out at the same time. He's got to fall back. Oh man, he's being completely surrounded here, but the Firebat in. The Firebat scares Jaedong off. Although Jaedong, I saw he was putting down some creep colonies, and he canceled one of them, so he feels very confident in his ability to defend with those amount of Zerglings. Even with Firebats in, with the right micro, sorry, I'm stuttering here, but yeah, with the right micro, you can take down a Firebat with a bunch of Lings. It's just hard to do. Jaedong trying to run in. He has snuck some Zerglings into the base. At least he's trying to anyway. Very nice quick thinking from BaBy to block that choke, and he denies a couple of the Zerglings that came in. But Jaedong is still going to be very annoying with these 2 speedy Zerglings inside of the main. Going to try to stop all the buildings from coming up by sniping the SCVs. Jaedong has 1 Zergling left, and that's going to go down. SCVs are very powerful. But here come the mutas. I see a couple turrets at the natural. I don't think there were any turrets inside the main. No turrets inside the main, so he's going to have to rely on just standard medic marine to protect that main. Jaedong getting some SCV snipes. And as soon as that 3rd turret comes up at the natural, I think BaBy's going to be okay as far as the natural expansion goes, if Jaedong will let that 3rd turret come up. But yeah, a lot of idle SCVs out for BaBy right now. Looks like he's a little bit flustered. Maybe trying to focus on doing a few other things, getting up another turret. So Jaedong flying around, gets a few more turret shots on those mutas than he would have wanted. But yeah, BaBy is just going to rely on medic and marine to protect this main because he has no turrets in the main now. That 1 turret by the barracks went down. Starport trying to come up. And it looks like BaBy is trying to get to science vessels as soon as he possibly can to deal with the mutas. He takes down 2 mutas with these marines. Jaedong, he's staying in here with mutas. He thinks he has enough to just tackle this. Loses another muta. He's coming in with Zerglings at the same time. So a very aggressive attack from Jaedong. Being foiled, being fended away by that Firebat. Firebats are working out well for BaBy in this game. But Jaedong is getting a lot of damage done with these mutas. He's losing mutas, a few more mutas than he wants. But still, BaBy, he does get the scan. He sees that Hydralisks are out, so Lurker Tech is on the way. And I'm not sure if he scanned the possible location of that 3rd base. Jaedong is establishing his 5 o'clock base now. And BaBy working straight to science vessels while upgrading his marines at the engineering bay. Still no turrets in the main that I saw. Oh, there's a turret in there. So Jaedong is forced away. He's trying to keep that science facility from coming up as long as possible. Just now morphing lurkers. So Jaedong, now is when Jaedong becomes the strongest, when he can Oh, BaBy is actually taking out that turret in front of the refinery. But yeah, Jaedong strongest at mid to late game against pretty much any player. So BaBy is going to have to be quaking in his baby boots, his booties, soon. But oh man, Jaedong trying to deny that science facility a little bit longer, but it came up anyway.